Hey guys. So I see people are starting to get on here. Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? It's Britt Johnson. Thank you so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. I miss you guys always. We're going to talk some sports today, some football. You guys ready to talk about the NFL? What's up, Austin? What's up, Charles? Larry, how you doing? All right. So, I just saw that the NFL did an update to what they were talking about with their, if you guys don't know, they're doing a 18-game season this year. Thank you, Brandon, for the $5. Did an 18-game season this year with the new rules on their CBA and stuff like that. So that is a part of the new season. And they basically just released something that, sorry, I was trying to find the actual tweet. They basically just released something with new stipulations to what's going to happen with COVID this year. So, as we know, like, teams are trying to get, most of their players vaccinated. The players do not have to get vaccinated. That is kind of what they came up with, the NFL and the NFLPA. But basically, if you don't get vaccinated, you have to go to prison, is what it seems like. Because for rules for players who are not vaccinated, they have to get tested every single day. They are not allowed to basically be in the same vicinity with other players as far as like weight room stuff and all of that kind of things. And then they also are, during away games, they have to stay in their room the whole entire time. They are not allowed to go out to eat, nothing like that. They have to stay in their room during away games. So somebody's saying, did you see what DeAndre Hopkins tweeted? And I have not, but I'm on Twitter right now, so I will pull it up so I can see. So they basically have that, and several players, we know Cole Beasley has been very vocal about it. Keith Smith has said stuff about it. And I am looking at DeAndre Hopkins' Instagram right now. And so he does !freedom. And then Jalen Ramsey posted, I know 2 people right now who got the vaccine but are COVID positive. I'm just saying I wouldn't look at a teammate as bad if he didn't get the vax. No pressure, from 5. And DeAndre Hopkins posted and said, Jalen Ramsey, my girlfriend, brother in the military got the vaccine, had heart problems right after. When you stand for something, they hate you. So I'm not sure if that's the tweet you were talking about. But the NFL released today kind of more to this breakdown of everything they're going through, and basically said that if there is a outbreak with unvaccinated players on a team and a game has to be canceled and it is not able to be rescheduled within the 18 game season, then that team like forfeits the stuff, it loses playoff stuff, like both teams will not get paid, their players won't get paid for that game, like all of this crazy stuff. So obviously now players are looking at the unvaccinated guys like, wait, you ain't gonna get vaccinated and now I might lose a check because of it. So before it was just like you're doing your own personal thing, you got to get tested, you got to do this, but now this is taking it to another level by basically like putting the players against each other by saying, hey, well, if you get a breakout and you're not vaccinated, then the whole team loses out on a paycheck because of it, which is kind of crazy. My question to that is to DeAndre Hopkins' point, what about the vaccinated players? What if there's an outbreak in that aspect and the game has to get canceled? Because as we've been seeing as of late, a lot of people who are vaccinated have been getting COVID. I personally know a handful of people who have gotten COVID while being vaccinated and have actually gotten really sick. I had a friend that was sick for 10 days with COVID, and they have been fully vaccinated. So It's just interesting because the vaccine, again, as it says on the CDC website, it does not prevent you from getting COVID. It does not prevent you from passing COVID. What it really does is helps you stay out of the hospital so you don't die. So the fact that these stipulations are being put on to players, like, oh, if you don't get vaccinated, fine, you don't have to, but you can't basically do anything. Plus, we're going to take money away from not just you, but the team. Hey, Mamba, thank you for the $19.99. Not just take money from you, but take money from your whole team, plus the other team that you guys were playing too. So now everybody's going to be mad at you. When in truth, the vaccinated players can have a COVID outbreak as well. So I think it's very interesting the way they're handling all of this, which, I mean, it just proves we clearly people don't know as much as they thought that they knew about it, just because, again, we've seen so many people that got vaccinated that have tested positive and have gotten really sick. I read this thing from the UK that said that there was like 117 people that from last month that have got the Delta variant or whatever the case was, and of those 117, well, more got it, but 117 died. And from the 117 that died, it was about 56 that were fully vaccinated. So it's crazy. It's sad. Like, really, maybe things move too fast for everybody. Maybe there should have been more mandates for longer. I don't know. I have no idea. Nobody knows about anything, it seems like, but it is kind of crazy the extra pressure that's put on these players to get vaccinated in America. And again, NFL's private business. I've seen tweets as well where people are like, well, they don't have to play then. I mean, where else are they going to play? It's not like a job like, oh, you don't have to work at this hospital, go work at another hospital. It's not one of those kind of jobs. Like, so I get it. It must be such a hard decision for players, especially those who, you know, really don't believe in vaccines, or really kind of just scared because, like we saw with DeAndre Hopkins, you know, he said he had a family member that started having heart problems right after. So I'm sure he's honestly just genuinely afraid, you know, and he is entitled to be afraid and to feel a type of way about it. I know most people don't understand, but a lot of Black people are kind of hesitant more with like the medical field and stuff like that, just because of the history of Black people and medicine and the advantages that they took against Black people and the horrible things they've done in the past, you know? So people are kind of born to like not trust the medical field. So I can understand that. And I can also understand, like, it's just a vaccine, just get it, you know? I get both sides, I really do. Yes, I do. Anthony, I do videos on Vegas odds. If you guys want to check out their YouTube channel. Apple said he deleted it. Basically, he said he was questioning his future in the NFL. Okay, so he deleted that post. As you guys know, there's several teams, the Bucks, the Steelers, and the Cowboys who started training camp this week. They got to start training camp a week early because the Steelers and the Cowboys are going to be playing in the Hall of Fame game. And Tampa, because they have that first Thursday night game, which is also against the Cowboys. So the Cowboys, unfortunately, don't get as much off time in between as everybody else. They get about 10 days, and I think everyone else gets about 14, which sucks for them because they have to come back earlier to play in that Thursday night game. So really, they should have probably started training camp even earlier because they have the Hall of Fame game plus that Thursday night first game of the season. But yeah, I'm excited. Cowboys are back in Oxnard for training camp. They'll be here for the first half of training camp, and then after, I believe, the first two preseason games, that Hall of Fame game, and then another game. They're going back to the Star to finish out training camp there. But the Hall of Fame game is literally in like a couple weeks. It's like right around the corner. It is August 5th, so it is right around the corner for that. It's going to be a Thursday night game. But yeah, so I'm probably going to, at some point this weekend, go check out the Cowboys training camp, because they started training camp and they're back out there here in Oxnard, which is about like an hour from me. So, Apple, what are your early Super Bowl predictions? It's just too early. I kind of really want to see what these teams look like in training camp. I'm excited for a lot of like the young players that, you know, we watched in the draft and stuff. I'm really honestly excited to see what the Jacksonville Jags are going to do with what they got, and getting Urban Meyer and all of this kind of stuff as well. So I don't have any like super early predictions. Obviously, I'm a Cowboys fan, so I always hope my Cowboys make it. Offense looks absolutely explosive and amazing. We just need to figure it out on defense. So if we can do that, you know, offense sells tickets, defense wins games. So if we can get our defense together, we would be unstoppable. And if our team can stay healthy, really, football is just as much as basketball or any other sport. You got to keep those stars healthy. So if our stars can stay healthy, and what stars can stay healthy, is going to determine, you know, who's successful at the end of the day. Thank you, Sauce. You have a long name, a long YouTube name for sure. How do you feel about the extra game on the schedule this year? I am not a fan of it. When they were doing the CBA, obviously you guys know a lot of the big-time players were totally against it, but the younger players and a lot of the players that don't make that much money, they were for it, which is why they got it. But it was a very close, I think the voting was super close for the NFLPA, and I think this barely got passed to have this additional game. I mean, it does cut a preseason game, which is good, because preseason really is I mean, yes, you need to have a couple preseason games, but as far as like stars playing and stuff like that, preseason's kind of pointless. But I don't like it. I mean, last year, I think it was Emmanuel Sanders played every game because he was actually traded to a team that had already had their bye week from a team that hadn't had their bye week yet. And so he played actually 18 games, and he was not very happy about that. It was very difficult on his body having that extra game to play. So I'm not a fan of it either. I just feel like there's already a lot of injuries in the NFL. They're already like dealing with certain things. So to be in this situation where they now have to play another week, I don't know. I feel like, are we still going to get great football? Is that extra week still going to be amazing? I don't know. I could have gone without it. 17-game season was fine for me. I love football. So obviously I want to watch more and more of it, but I just don't think it was necessary. Obviously they're going to make millions and millions more dollars for it. All these younger players and these players that don't have big contracts are going to get extra money, which is great for them. But, I mean, stars aren't loving it. The guys that have to play the majority of the game are not happy about it. Britt is bomb. Thank you, Brewski. Britt, do you have a favorite college football team? Yes, I do. I'm a Ohio State Buckeye fan. My mom's side of the family's from Ohio. My grandma was like the biggest Buckeye fan ever, so I kind of just followed suit with her, and I always cheered for the Buckeyes. We'd watch the Rose Bowl together whenever they were playing in the Rose Bowl and just had fun and loved life. So yeah, Ohio State. I went to Fresno State, so I always cheer for Fresno State, but Fresno State always sucks, so you know. I really hope Texas and OU don't leave the Big 12. Oh no, Michigan fan. Oh no. We can't be friends. I'm just kidding. We can be friends. Just don't talk about my team and I won't talk about your team. Until that one game a year when we get together and play each other. Do I watch baseball? I don't watch a lot of baseball on TV, but I love going to baseball games. I'm a Dodgers fan, obviously. I'm supposed to go to a game in August 2nd. I'm going to a game, which is going to be my first Dodger game this season. I've missed my Dodgers, but I usually go to 10 to 15 Dodger games a year. And I went, unfortunately, when we actually won the World Series, I was not able to be there, but I did obviously watch it on TV, but no fans were allowed because of COVID. So I did not get to see my Dodgers win it, but the 2 years that we did go to the World Series prior that we lost, I was at those games. Spent all that money for a ticket. But, yeah, Dodgers are my team. I feel like my chat's not, sorry. My chat keeps going away and I'm not getting your guys' messages. Do you intend to do vlogs like you did for Super Bowl party? Yeah, if I start going back to games and stuff like that, I always had fun doing the vlogs and showing different stadiums and different experiences when I was there, and I had so much fun doing stuff like that. So, yeah, this season, obviously, we'll have fans at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, so if I go to a game, I definitely want to do a vlog there and show you guys about it and the experience. I'm sad the Cowboys aren't playing there unless they play in the Super Bowl. But, yeah, I definitely am going to go to a game or two at SoFi because I would love to see that stadium. I've driven by it for, years and, just watched them build it, and it's so awesome. And, yeah, I really want to go. You think Russell Westbrook will get traded? I don't know. Maybe. There's clearly been some issues within that organization with Russ and with the team, so I wouldn't be surprised. But I mean, I don't know where he would get traded to and how a trade would work out in that situation. So I'll probably close out here in about 2 minutes. Give me 20. So I'll be on here for 20 minutes. But yeah, I just wanted to come talk to you guys. What are your thoughts on the NFL's rules for the unvaccinated players? Do you think it's fair? Do you think it's too much? Do you think it's fair that both teams will lose out on the money if a player comes back that's tested positive, that's not vaccinated? Hey Larry, thanks for checking out my video. Thanks, William. Charles said, I feel like they're pushing it on the players, honestly. Eleanor said traded to the Lakers. No, we're talking about Russell Wilson, not Russell Westbrook. Larry, it's way too much. They're forcing the player's hand. Okay. Yeah, I've seen a lot of that, but I've also seen the other side of it too, where people just think that the players should just get vaccinated and follow the rules. Forced forfeit might mess up the playoffs. Yes, I agree. That can play a big role into what happens during the playoffs, especially with seeding and everything. Oh, my surprise job opportunity is still in the works. If I haven't heard the official word back, so we'll see. I don't know if it's the same one you were talking about from a while ago. I did not get that one, but there is another opportunity that I could possibly get. So I'm just chugging along, seeing what happens. But I love the support I've been getting from you guys, so thank you so much for all your support, for continuing to follow me, and you guys are really the best. Hey, Austin, I'm about to head out now. If you missed the chat, it'll be up on my YouTube so you can watch it back again. But thank you so much. I love you guys. My name is Britt, for Flit, who just turned to my channel. Who is this chick? I'm Britt. Nice to meet you. But Britt is here. I am right here. Oh, you guys remember hashtag Where's Britt? Like every time I wasn't on the show, everybody would do hashtag Where's Britt. That was the best. But anyways, thank you guys so much. I appreciate the love, the support. Keep following me. Hopefully I'll have some great news to share with you guys in the near future. Have a good day. Be blessed. Jesus loves you. Bye.